We begin here in the United States. President Joe Biden signed an executive order banning the entry of asylum seekers from the southern border into the country. The order went into effect at midnight and denies migrants the chance to claim asylum if they are caught trying to enter the United States illegally. The order is triggered when daily border crossings exceed 2,500. Border Patrol agents reported that the number of attempted crossings surpassed 3,500 just this past Monday. Only when border crossings reach an average daily rate of less than 1,500 will the order be rescinded. Under the previous policy known as Title 42, asylum seekers did not face any legal consequences and were even encouraged repeated attempts to cross the border. Now migrants will be issued deportation orders if they are denied a chance to seek asylum. President Biden says he brought the new measures as illegal entries from Mexico into the United States became, quote unquote, excessive.
Today I'm announcing actions to bar migrants who cross our southern border unlawfully from receiving asylum. Migrants will be restricted from receiving asylum at our southern border unless they seek it after entering through an established lawful process.
Now, the commander-in-chief says that the entry ban is only temporary and meant to encourage asylum seekers to actually enter legally.
And those who seek to come to the United States legally, for example, by making an appointment and coming to a port of entry, asylum will still be available to them. This ban will remain in place until the number of people trying to enter illegally is reduced to a level that our system can effectively manage.
The new restrictions resemble similar border policies implemented by former President Donald Trump, which centered around deportation but went beyond with the separation of children from their families. However, President Biden said he would have preferred comprehensive immigration reform legislation, but was forced to implement the measures because of Republicans blocking the border security bill in Congress.
I'm moving past Republican obstruction and using the executive authorities available to me as president to do what I can on my own to address the border. Frankly, I would have preferred to address this issue through bipartisan legislation because that's the only way to actually get the kind of system we have now that's broken, fixed, to hire more Border Patrol agents, more asylum officers, more judges. But Republicans have left me no choice because Donald Trump told them to.
President Biden's asylum ban has spread discontent among his supporters who are now accusing him of following Donald Trump's inhumane policies.
Well, I think President Biden should retire about 4 years ago. And the asylum issue is if you need asylum, you should be able to get it.
I have some concerns around the constitutionality of President Biden's executive order. People have a legal right to seek asylum in the United States, and there are so many areas that we need reform.
Now, even with the new restrictive executive order, dozens of migrants were still seen crossing into the United States from Mexico, despite these new restrictions. Illegal immigration remains one of the top issues for Americans in the run-up to the November 5th presidential election. Now, over the years, the Biden administration has taken a number of steps to toughen the asylum process, but refused to follow Donald Trump's policies of instant detention and the separation of children from migrant families. Now, while it remains to be seen if the new measures can in fact stop large-scale migrant entries, the tough measures do take away one of the Biden administration's glaring political liabilities, soft on the border, just as the Biden campaign re-election efforts kick into high gear. From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.
Firstpost reports from the world's second largest continent. Hello, I'm Alison LaGrange. A very warm welcome from Durban, South Africa. We get you the news and the newsmakers from Africa. From elections to climate change, to innovations and opportunities. As the world's attention shifts, we report from Africa, the heart of the global South. Join me every weekday live on Firstpost.